After a full year of no updates, we finally got a new trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA, and as there is with every new Pokemon game, there is a lot to discuss. We have a new starter trio, new characters, a new battle system, the return of Mega Evolution, the possible collecting of Zygarde cells, which only brings back just a little bit of trauma, and so much more. So we're gonna go through all the new footage and gameplay we received and just give our honest thoughts and opinions on all things Legends ZA. If you're excited to explore Lumio City all over again in a brand new adventure, let me know down below by hitting that subscribe button, and while you're there, let me know what you are most excited for in this new game. I actually reached 2,000 subscribers on Pokemon Day, and that felt so special to me, and I could not be more thankful to everyone for sticking around for this little gamer geek, and I cannot wait to share all of this joy for Pokemon Legends ZA's release together. I have a couple of different videos planned going over all things Legends ZA, from starter evolutions to new megas to theories, so stay tuned for all of those coming in the nearby future. But I've delayed longer than a Kingdom Hearts update, so without any further delay, let's go ahead and dive on into this new Legends ZA trailer. We opened up the trailer by getting a look at our new protagonists, and honestly y'all, these green jackets are giving me life. I know this is not a fashion video, but I need to talk about these green jackets. I didn't think I'd ever be this big of a fan of a green jacket, but it looks absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and stunning, girl. I am obsessed. Also, don't think that I and everybody else did not notice that these protagonists here look exactly like Professor Sycamore and our mom from Pokemon X and Y. Don't think that we didn't notice. Don't think we didn't pick up on it. This game takes place a little bit after Pokemon X and Y, so could these be the children of them? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, all I know is that it is absolutely in the realm of possibility. We then get to see a sneak peek of some of the city streets and areas of this new updated version of Lumio City. We get what looks to be a Pokemon Center on the side here. We get to see this like new shopping area that absolutely is giving French inspiration. I am sure that this is an actual area in France. I mean, this just looks like a ton of boutiques and salons, and this is exactly what I wanted in Pokemon Legends ZA, with a lot of customization, and I cannot wait to explore this area and customize my character. It's here in the trailer where we see a little bit more of these wild zones, where we can find wild Pokemon throughout Lumio City, which is one of the concerns that a lot of people had of where exactly we are going to be catching Pokemon throughout the city, but it turns out it's going to be in these little areas, and I think this is a very smart idea and a very smart way to incorporate the wild Pokemon into it, because the whole reason we are having the Lumios redevelopment plan is to incorporate Pokemon and humans and their life together throughout Lumio City. But girl, here's where we gotta talk. We have a new starter trio to talk about. We have new starters for Pokemon Legends ZA in true Legends fashion. It is an assortment of other generations of starters, but oddly enough, there is 2 Generation 2 starters here. And what's even crazier is I am not at all mad at this. I love this choice, honestly, because I think that especially for Chikorita and for Tepig, I think that these are 2 starter Pokemon that, yes, they have their fans. Yes, of course, some people love them, but a lot of people across the board may not be fans of Chikorita and may not be fans of Tepig, and so I think giving them this opportunity to not only be in the spotlight and be so heavily featured in a game like this, but also possibly getting new regional variant evolutions, maybe even mega evolutions. Like, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what we're going to be getting, but all I do know is that I'm so happy that they're getting love and attention. And then for Totodile, I mean, Totodile is always amazing. So happy that Totodile is getting some spotlight here, and I would definitely say that Totodile is probably my top choice for a starter right now, but I'm very, very tempted to see what exactly Chikorita and Tepig are going to evolve into, and that might definitely sway my choice here. But I think that this was a very smart trio of starters. My original wants were going to be Snivy, Piplup, and Scorbunny. I was a little disappointed at first, but after thinking about it, after putting some thought into it, I definitely think that this is a good idea, and I'm happy to see that these Pokemon were so featured. But I'm not even gonna lie, final evolutions, mega evolutions, completely out of the picture right now. Just looking at these starters, my little bitey boy Totodile is what I'm looking at right now. So if I had to pick a starter, it would definitely be Totodile right now, but that does not mean that I am disregarding the other choices. We then move on to a shot of our main character ascending to the top of a building building, and this looks to be something that we're going to be able to do very frequently throughout the game. We're going to be able to just go across the rooftops of various buildings, some of which may have wild zones on top of them, or cafes, or little seating areas, and I think this is going to be very fun that not only can we explore the streets of Lumio City and hopefully the underground, but also the tops of buildings as well. And the fact that we are just Spider-Man at this point, we are just going from building rooftop to rooftop, like this is insane. We're not at all concerned for our life, we're just hoping that our Rotom cell phone can just save our life as we jump from building to building. But you know, we're a Pokemon protagonist, our life, well, we're not concerned, we have plot armor. We then see a sneak peek here not only of our new battle system, which we will get into later on in the trailer, but also of a new character which is going to be our rival of this game, which is Urbane or Tawny respectively. Also, we need to talk about these names because these names are actually kind of perfect. They're crazy, they're silly, they're goofy, but they're perfect. For a game where we are redeveloping an entire city, that we have names like Urbane, Urban, and Tawny, Towny, or Town, like this is crazy. I see what you're doing, Pokemon, okay? Like I see it and I love it, but I also hate it, but I love it. Also, real talk, are we ever gonna stop gender locking the rivals to where like if I'm picking a male protagonist, I'm just automatically gonna have Tawny? Like, can I not have a little love story in Lumio City where it is my main character and Urbane just having a good time? I guess not. Lumio City is based on Paris, France, the city of love. You think that I don't want to have a little subplot of me and Urbane just having a cute little romance, a cute little adventure? I guess you know, I'm doing too much. We then see that Mega Evolution is back in full force, in full effect, and I could not be more excited. We see that not only the X and Y evolutions are back, but also the ones that were introduced in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, such as Altaria. But I think that this is so exciting. I know we didn't see any new Mega Evolutions in this trailer, but I still am holding out hope that there will be new Mega Evolutions in this game. Also, we need to talk about how beautiful they look. These Mega Evolution sequences and animations, oh my lord. Like, I know people complain about the graphics, blah blah blah, trees look awful, you know, whatever, I don't care. These Mega Evolutions look so freaking great, I cannot wait. But then after this, we get to see my man, AZ, his 8-foot tall ass is back, and I am so freaking happy to see him. Him and Eternal Floette are back, and they own a hotel? Look, honestly, truthfully, I am happy to see that they are just living out their days together. They are joyful, they are happy, they are living their best life, and I love to see it, but I am very curious to see what role exactly will these two play in the story, and I also wonder if there will ever be a point where Eternal Floette is gifted to us by AZ. I don't know if I really want that at this point, but I definitely think that that is something to consider that might happen. We then finish out this trailer with a sneak peek of Zygarde in its 10% doggy form watching over Lumio City, and it's still very hidden exactly what Zygarde's role in the story will be, but I definitely am very excited to find out and was happy to see Zygarde at least featured a little bit in this. Both trailers then end with this super secret kind of message that's meant to make us wonder and meant to make us curious about this match that's going to be going on in Lumio City, this promotion battle, this promotion match, and we don't really know what this is going to mean, but it does show a symbol of the Lumiose Tower with a Pokeball on top, which leads me to believe that this is going to be something battle related, something maybe like gym battle, maybe a battle tower, maybe some kind of like world championship ranked battle, something along those lines, but I definitely think it is going to be some sort of battle tournament that is going to be held inside the city, maybe with some sort of ranking, maybe with other characters from other games being introduced and battling. This game is supposed to take place during the modern day and the modern age of Pokemon, so other characters that we do know and love could be featured in this, but we really don't know at this point what this could mean. But if you thought I was done, if you thought I was finished, honey, you are mistaken, because we got another trailer. We did not just get one, but we got two. We got another longer trailer right after that, which went a little more in depth about everything that they just introduced, and I would be an idiot and a fool to not talk about both trailers, so let's go ahead and talk about this other one that we received. This This trailer starts out by showing a lot of different settings and locations throughout Lumio City, with many trainers and Pokemon scattered throughout, really showing the new themes of coexistence, and that Lumio City throughout its redevelopment plan is going to be a place where both trainers and Pokemon can coexist peacefully and really both thrive in their lives and find a lot of joy and happiness. And this looks so lively. I'm just very excited to wander throughout the city and find all these Pokemon just hanging out, all these trainers with their Pokemon. This trailer just makes it look so fun and exciting to just wander the streets, and that is one of the things that I definitely think I'm the most excited about. It's just the vibes. We then get another look here that one of the first things we do upon arriving at Lumio City is going to be picking from our new starter trio between Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile, and just running around the city with them. And y'all, I am not even kidding when I say how excited I am for these starters. Like, I know some people do not love this choice, but I think after seeing a lot of these shots and seeing them running around in these updated graphics, I think that this is going to be amazing for them. And as someone who loves to see sometimes underrated Pokemon get their spotlight, I really am so excited for them. We then start taking a look at a lot of the characters that we're going to be meeting throughout our journey and adventure here in Lumio City, and we start out with the hotel that we're staying at, which is run by AZ, where we meet Urbane and Tawny. And can I just say how insane this outfit looks? Like, my boy is so tall that we have to stitch together several different outfits just to get clothing for him. Like, he can't just go and buy an outfit from any of the boutiques in Lumio City. He has to personally handpick and craft several outfits out of several outfits. That's insane. What a life he leads. Like, if you look at the span of AZ's life until now, leading up to this, to him now just owning a hotel, this is actually kind of crazy, but I do love it. We then go ahead and take a look at Quasartico Inc., which is the company that I guess is managing the redevelopment plan for Lumio City, and we meet its leader Jet and Vinny, which are definitely the villains of the game. Like, let's just say it. We already know what's happening. I would be genuinely shocked if neither of them were the villain. If you told me that neither of these characters are gonna end up the villain of the game, I don't know, I'll give you like $10, because like I will be shocked and floored if neither of these people are evil. Every time I look at this name though, Quasartico Inc. or Quasar, whatever it is, like I think of Dr. Vegapunk from One Piece. Like, am I the only one? For any of y'all out there who have watched One Piece and have gotten up to Egghead, I know it's like post 1,000 episodes in, so like it's a lot. I know it's a lot, but like this name is just giving Dr. Vegapunk, and I'm gonna think about him every single time. I also just wanted to point out that Jet looks amazing. Like, this woman is gorgeous. I love this outfit. I love these earrings. I know I already said this is not a fashion video, but maybe I should do a fashion video. And Miss Jet, she would be at the top of the list, giving Miranda Priestley. It is gonna suck if she is evil and a bad person, because her fashion is so amazing, but then at the same time, I would not be surprised because a lot of evil people are very fashionable. After the characters, we get to take a look at some of these wild zones and a little bit more of what exactly it's going to mean in this game to catch Pokemon, how we're going to go about doing that, and what exactly it's going to look like. And within these wild zones, we can find various types of Pokemon throughout the city, whether that be in alleyways or little rooftop areas. There's going to be a lot of different settings where we're able to catch various types of Pokemon, and the way that we battle is looking so interesting. It appears that the catching style from Pokemon Legends Arceus returns, with the sneaking, the live throwing of the Pokeball. All of that is the same, but there are a couple things that are different here. One of which that I noticed is actually this Flaffy faints before throwing the Pokeball. Like, it runs out of HP before we throw the Pokeball. That has never been something we are able to do before, and I honestly kind of love this choice because it means that you can't KO shinies, and that's amazing, and I know that that's something I'm going to want to be doing in this game, so I appreciate it. Also, I know everybody's talking about it, but now I gotta talk about it because I'm making a video about it. I'm gonna talk about it, of course. I saw that disarming voice on that Chikorita's moveset. I don't think that I didn't see it, because I saw it, everybody saw it, we all saw it was there. We know, all right? This honestly, like, gives me without a shadow of a doubt, unless Pokemon just explicitly wants to mess with us for no reason whatsoever, there's no reason that Chikorita would have this move. It has never been included in its moveset, unless we are now getting a new Grass Fairy type evolution for Meganium, a new Grass Fairy Mega Evolution. Like, there's no reason for Chikorita to have this move unless that is what's happening. Now, moving on to what we have all been waiting for, which is to talk about this new battle system. This battle system looks freaking incredible. This battle mechanic, as a lot of people have pointed out, looks exactly like the anime, with the way that our trainers moving around, with the way that Pokemon are actually physically dodging attacks and can miss without it being a like technical concept of it missing. Like, I love this. I love that they have turned the Legends series into kind of like a playground to experiment with different battle systems and mechanics, because if you don't want to switch it up too much in the mainline series, I think doing it in the Legends series is a great option, because then it makes people look forward to the Legends series and the new games and thinking what the battle system is going to change throughout. In Legends ZA, the combat is not going to be turn-based. Instead, it is going to be very real-time dodging, and we see a lot of examples throughout this trailer of flamethrower and water gun attacks where the trainer and the Pokemon are moving around it. We see attacks like Stealth Rocks, where if it is set up in front of the Pokemon attacking, it runs into it. Like, I think that the spatial awareness aspect of this and moving around attacks will add another really exciting element to the battle system that I, for one, am very excited to take part in. As a huge anime fan, I have been waiting for a Pokemon game to experiment with this type of battle style akin to the anime, and now that we are finally getting it, this is easily one of my favorite things that they showed in the trailer. We then get to see more clips of Mega Evolution throughout this and some of the Mega Pokemon battling, and I think the most interesting thing about this segment of the trailer is we see in the bottom right hand corner what looks to be a Mega Timer. I'm still unsure if this means that there's going to be a time limit to how long Pokemon can stay Mega Evolved. I hope that this is not the case, but honestly, the only way I'd be okay with this is if they somehow play into the fact that Mega Evolving might be some way of hurting the Pokemon, and so it's a very realistic approach to where they can only be in this form for so long, because obviously we don't want to hurt our Pokemon, right? Like, we don't want them to be in this form if it's going to hurt them. So I think if they wanted to stick with that and they can only be in it for so long, it would definitely make sense. But other than that, I would prefer if it were to stay as it normally was in the other games where Mega Evolution was, but hey, I guess we'll find out. Up next, we see a bunch of Pokemon throughout Lumio City, and what is significant about this part is that these Pokemon are emoting. We have not really seen Pokemon emote like this just out in the wild. It's kind of just been them hanging out doing their own thing. Sometimes they'll do the occasional fun, playful thing or emote, but never like this. I mean, this Gyarados side-eye, unbelievable. So I'm very happy if this is going to be the trend throughout this game, that Pokemon are going to be very expressive. It's then here around the end of the trailer where we see the dreaded Zygarde cell, and whether or not this will be a collecting side quest like it was in Sun and Moon, or if it's going to be something similar to Legends Arceus with the Spiritomb Wisps, I don't know. I have no idea, but I guess it would not be a surprise if that was something that would be happening in this game. So seeing this cell, it's an omen of things to come. We then wrap up this second trailer with a gorgeous view of Lumio City and Prism Tower, and also our title card, and then the same thing that we ended off with the promotion match, which I am still very curious to see what exactly that means. Does Clement not have his gym anymore? Is there a battle tower? Is there a battle frontier? Okay, it's probably not a battle frontier, but I just want to know what's going on. I mean, just the sole fact that they chose to end these trailers with this promotion match announcement definitely signifies that this is going to be something important, something big, something fun, something cool, so I'm very intrigued for whatever the next trailer comes, and if we see exactly what this details. But there you have it, there's the video. We talked about all of the new content and footage from Pokemon Legends ZA from the new Pokemon Day trailers, and I could not be more excited. I know everyone has their feelings. Some people are not happy with it, some people are always going to be upset with whatever new thing that Pokemon announces, but I'm a hardcore fan. I will always be excited for a new Pokemon game. I am never going to complain in that way, so I am so pumped and ecstatic for any new Legends ZA updates or content that will be coming out in the nearby future. Like I said earlier, I do have a lot more videos planned talking about Legends ZA in terms of starters, megas, theories, so definitely stay tuned for those if you are excited for Legends ZA. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with all of my content here on the channel, and if you want to hear my opinions, that's the best way to do it. But there is still one question that I have about Pokemon Legends ZA that neither of these trailers answered. I know we saw the Rotom phone already, but if I were to want a Zygarde phone, where exactly would I go about getting that? Maybe I'll just ask Zygarde itself.